All right, guys, some of you may have seen one of our previous videos when we said we've moved the in-house pour over method from Clever Dripper to the hoop. So we're just going to do a comparison side by side. I'm going to follow the traditional method with the Clever Dripper. I'm going to pour in, and this is using our water first method, where I'm going to pour in 300 grams of water, and then I'm going to put in the 18 grams of coffee and let that steep for a couple of minutes. So I'm using exactly the same ratio here on the hoop. Now with the hoop, as we saw in our previous videos, we put the coffee into the middle hoop. And then what I do is I just give it a gentle tap to make sure it's flat before we start pouring the water in. So the ratio is 18 to 300 on both. And you'll see the water start to seep in through the little holes on the side. I'm going to pour the full amount in, and it will only let out a steady flow of water into the inner cylinder. There we go. Now, as this one here reaches 2 minutes, we're going to break the crust. Let some of those coffee grinds sink. Look at that beautiful color. And then we are going to start the extraction. See some really nice crust on the top of here. Really nice crema on the top of this. Now, one of the main benefits of the Ceado Hoop is that, for example, if you're on the machine and you've got 20 coffees up on display and you suddenly get ordered a pour over, the good thing about the hoop is that you can set it up, put the coffee in, pour the water in, and it will let a steady amount of water flow into the inner cylinder at all times. So you can literally just forget about it. So this one here, you will see, is now ready, and it finished at about 3.5 minutes. This one we're aiming for under 4 minutes. My grind size for this method is a bit too fine. And it's just interesting to note how the grind size for the Clever Dripper water first method, the grind size has less of an effect on the extraction, especially with the water first, than it does on this method. So it's an interesting comparison how grind size affects the hoop far more than it affects the Clever Dripper. Obviously, it's going to affect flavor in both, but we're just talking about the pure extraction method here and preparation method. This one is now done. We can see side for side color comparison. This one's a bit darker, maybe slightly over extracted. I don't know. We'll try. The coffee we're using right now is our Brazil Antonio Mazzo fermented. Now, oh, that's fantastic. If anything, I wouldn't actually say that this one's over extracted. I would say this one has been under extracted. Here you have a side by side comparison, two different brew methods, the hoop and the Clever Dripper, both fantastic devices, both fairly economical, easy to use, and make delicious coffee at home or in a coffee shop.